counter-engaging, so Cignal Ultra has those tools. Meanwhile, for Work Auster Force, this is like a mix of comfort picks, but then at the same time it makes sense. Cignal Ultra would want to try to focus down Kosei and give him a hard time here in the early game if they want to make the early game easier for themselves here.
And this is game 1 in the best of 3 between Cignal's second match of the day against Work Auster Force, and the pressure is mounting up here for Cignal Ultra. It's looking like a pretty standard game for Cignal Ultra and Work Auster Force at the same time. What's not standard though is the Benedetta invading over in the backlines, trying to get a good feel of what's happening in the backlines.
Yeah, Barris has relatively good wave clear, so he'll be able to handle that, but then Work Auster Force's 3 Martini just has a lot more mobility. Look at that!
Flame shot!
Just like that.
The flame shot from downtown, and the gank actually from 3 Martini, all the way from the cut in the bottom lane to secure that kill for him.
No surprise, that's what we usually see from Benedetta players going up against a slower XP laner. Just quick rotations early on.
And this is starting to mount up into an advantage for Work Auster Force. Couple of 100 gold lead for themselves, but it adds up as the game progresses. 40 seconds until the turtle spawns. It is an objective signal once again for themselves. Top lane is a classic Esmeralda Cho matchup, and then Cho will almost always win that matchup for them.
Yeah, and the early game objectives might be a problem here for Cignal Ultra. With 1 death already onto Ben's Sanity, that's going to be much more slower progress for his items to help him sustain. So Rhea is going to need to be able to rotate as fast as he can to help out just like now.
As the ejection onto RTZ will secure a kill for Cignal. And they're training it out, and they have priority of the turtle as well.
Yeah, and Work Auster Force, or Cignal Ultra rather, can use this opportunity to go for that turtle. They have the Eve, but they're going to go for Unravel instead.
Yeah, Unravel forces Flicker out. He's low. He should be taken out here, no questions. But he still manages to make it out just by the skin of his teeth.
Guiding win, but here comes Chu with the Lancelot.
With the Thorn Rose in, bursting out Cignal Ultra, and Aqua Boy gets respected by Ben, said, hey, get back here. Don't be overextending yourself. And Kosei jumps in on 5 with a Falling Star Moon onto Rhea. They're chasing down Rhea. The Electro Final Blow, and 3 Martini will get this kill away from them, and they have priority over the turtle this time around. Real world manipulation by Cignal Ultra just to deter the members here. Chu alive, barely breathing, but he's still alive. And Aqua Boy has the same situation. He is low himself. Turtle will be secured by Work Auster Force, and he will be taken out as well.
Good commitments there by RTZ and Kosei. You weren't able to see it on the screen, but they were able to secure the turtle. It looked like that was going to be going to Janus and Mpl-Ph, who decided to stay there. The carries for both teams were put into a very awkward position that they were both low and had to get out. Aqua Boy, I'm going to have to say, he made the right call there to get away, try to get into safety, but then of course Work Auster Force committing with the play into getting the kill onto him. So it was good calls for both of those two teams, but man, RTZ, his flame shot and his counter has been on point so far here in the early game. The reason why they were able to get a kill onto Rhea and the steal on the purple buff just now was because of that flame shot.
Man, it has been a trend for the day at the very least that people will be picking up the flame shot in order to try to steal objectives or try to get the last hit onto a kill. And it's working really well for RTZ so far. Getting that buff away from Aqua Boy is crucial, especially in the early stage. You're putting Roger back.
Yeah, and Cignal Ultra with their backs on the walls, just pure on pressure right now by Work, empowered of course with the speed of rotations that they have from the Matilda and from the Benedetta as well. A lot of the heat map has been focused in the mid lane, but Kosei is actually having a really good time here up top. Something the Cignal need to do was to pressure this Esmeralda, but this is starting to get out of hand for Cignal.
Yeah, typically you'd see the Cho really have a good time against the Esmeralda, but that is before
nice
4 minutes in, but before their level 4, as the commitment onto Kosei here may just be a little bit too much.
Wasn't able to get the ejector. I think it was a Purify activated by Kosei just in time. Would have been a secure kill if they got that.
If beautiful force of the Purify there from on their end, and Rhea not a beautiful positioning. It's 4 members of Work Auster Force ganking him.
Ooh, a little bit too risky there, but then I understand why Rhea did that though.
They understand that he has no Purify, and they're going in for a trade here onto Kosei. Flicker by Jens to go for the Wave of the Dragon. I'd take that.
Yeah, and good response there by Cignal Ultra. Unravel those spots out. Aqua Boy
doesn't have the ultimate available. Excuse me, it's not actually available, but they do have the turtle priority here. But there's 4 members of Cignal Ultra that can collapse onto this turtle, though.
Trying to they're gonna help it out though, and I don't think Cignal Ultra is gonna be able to get close enough here.
Red team
Work
has slain
getting that
the
turtle without a problem. Going back to what happened to Ray in the bottom lane, I think at the same time he was just surprised by how fast Matilda was able to rotate from the top to the bottom lane, because he just gave her the top lane. That's why Rhea went like, okay, I feel like I could actually cut this wave. It makes sense that the members of work would be, oh no, they're right here, oh no, I'm down. So that's something Rhea has to be careful of, and Cignal Ultra can help him with getting more information where the others are.
3 more TV overextending is welcome, and here comes Daytona's welcome here to take him out.
Unravel!
Makes it alive. Unravel, beautiful timing there. The Electro Final Ball couldn't have been used any better there, but 3 more TV to survive, and Cignal are now in a bad spot. Rhea low on HP, and they are backing off.
One of the most clutch guiding wins I've seen all season. 3 more TJ. I thought he was really done for there, man. He already was able to use it was a sword intent charge up dash through the wall. He almost got out of death in his welcome, but then, you know, just barely. He was eaten up, thrown up to the wall. Then Unravel again, showing us why Matilda being bad out against work is something you should go for.
Martizi gets the kill onto Rhea regardless.
Shut down.
Confidence, pure confidence right now.
Man, it was a 1v3, but you know, I'm not going away without killing Rhea. I made it out alive. I'm back here, bro.
Yeah, but now, we're talking force has to be careful here. But again, because of how well fed Chu is right now, level 10 compared to Aquapoint's level 8 Roger, and he has Unravel going around with him. Cignal Ultra, despite them having a good numbers advantage in that 3 versus 2, they're gonna have to be really careful here because they might just get bursted down by the tandem of these two. So Cignal Ultra are just gonna try to regain a little bit more composure around the map as we look at the items. Anti-Karas on the way here for Rhea. Just picked up the Sky Guardian helmet, so that heal, that HP regen is gonna come in big for his Barretts.
And the 3 Martizi has to secure this kill. He should be able to secure this kill. And Aquaboy should trade this out. No doubt. Will he survive? No, he won't.
Oh, wow. Too much damage.
He's still fighting under the turret. Not enough.
Gets to take him out. A good call there by Aquaboy. I feel like if that was me, I am not the best jungler player. I probably would have backed out. And you guys would have been like, dude, you can actually take him. Good call there by Aquaboy to continue the play. Surprised though that he didn't decide to go for that turret, but it shows the mentality of Cignal Ultra right now. They are willing to take some risks, but as much as possible, if they're going to go for turret takes, they want to be together and have information as to where Unravel is especially.
87 seconds left on the turtle. That is an objective they want to take, and they need to make a lot of pressure over in the bottom lane. But the heat map, just like what you mentioned, is so focused on this mid lane that Cignal Ultra is not able to secure objectives for themselves, as the bottom lane will be taken down by Work Auster Force. Will have priority over this turtle.
Yeah, that Lancelot already has a Blade of the Ecstasy, so they have to be really careful, Cignal.
Ejection. The Unravel ult gets 3, but in the back lines though, not a lot of follow-throughs here for Work Auster Force. The Electro Final Blow will be used up, as well as the real-world manipulation to deter Work Auster Force from pushing forward.
And now Cignal Ultra really are just going to have to play defensive. Rhea is going to do what he can to manage the wave, but he won't be able to push as far as he can without information from Cignal as to where the other members of Work Auster Force are. Again, it's a tough spot for Cignal. Objective takes are going to be really hard now because of that 3k gold lead that Work has built up. The good sustain and the damage coming in from Matilda. Multiple times we've seen Guiding Wind come big for this squad here. Cignal Ultra, I don't think they should full commit for full-on objectives. He's trying to get steals and pick-offs like that.
Nice ejection onto Unravel, but here comes another 3-man stun. The Electro Final Blow by 3 Martizi does not get into range though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, quick run and gun here for Work. If Cignal Ultra are gonna have to play for positioning and get pick-offs slowly, maybe 1, 2. Work Auster Force can continue doing what they've been doing for this entire game, which is run and gun. Especially with Brute Force Breastplate just getting picked up now by Kosei. Cignal Ultra has to be careful for the presence of an Esmeralda in a team fight with sustain. That's gonna be hard to take down. They don't have the damage just yet to completely burst down this lineup for Work. And actually, that's what's lacking for the lineup of Cignal. Burst.
Yeah, they're all just playing it as safe as possible for Aqua Boy to really ramp up in damage, but it's not enough. It's still the early game. This is still not their territory. Over in the backlines, though, Janus gets a wave of the dragon onto Chu, and Chu manages to make it out alive. Arteezy might just be the first casualty here in this bit, but no, it is going to be Mpl-Ph. Next in line will be Arteezy, but Unravel already low on HP. Aqua Boy will potentially be taken out. The dash in by 3 Arteezy enough, but the Falling Star Moon as well.
And now 3 Arteezy in a tough spot here. Rhea as well goes in with a Phantom Execution and kill there for Chu.
And Chu will just yeet out of there, and they will still go for the Lord. Your HPs are low, just back off.
Yeah, way too low. But that was a great approach there by Cignal Ultra. Gotta commend Janus for how he went. He took the long way around just to look for Chu and for Arteezy as well. If he didn't do that, Work would have been able to take that Lord without a problem.
Kosei and Janus, the Esmeralda versus Cho, the perpetual matchup that we've been seeing all throughout all the seasons, in the MPL. Still winning is the Esmeralda, and you can't blame them.
Yeah, and now Work Auster Force, they have this advantage over the Lord. It's going to be really, really tough for Cignal to try and take this down, but what Cignal can go for are go for punish plays and pickoffs.
And Unravel really likes diving in towards the backlines. Almost a Daytona's welcome there. Force to flicker out just in time.
Yeah, and wow, Work Auster Force absolutely respecting the capability of Cignal to potentially make a comeback here, despite this massive lead that they have, despite having the firepower much higher on their side. They still decided to reset that Lord. So good caution here coming in from Work Auster Force.
And here comes Cignal trying to get priority over this Lord. They have yet to secure a turret for themselves, and if anything, it relies on the hands of Janus, or the feet rather, of Janus on this show to really look for that opening and create a lot of space for Work Auster Force. And speaking of space, Kosei is giving a lot of space for themselves in the top lane.
That's really bad because Janus is going to be forced back here. Cignal Ultra, they can't full commit, or if they decide to full commit this, they're going to lose a lot. They're going to have to give up this Lord because that top spot was given up.
Finally look for an opening to go for the Lord Seal here. It's crucial for them to get this themselves.
Easy.
Vincenzi is in position, and it's stolen by Cignal Ultra, but Work Auster Force will be trading it out for themselves. But Mpl-Ph takes down Chu with that real world manipulation, and now Work Auster Force is on the back foot here. Wants to use the ultimate, but Aqua Boy will not be able to escape there. Vincenzi takes down 3 Arteezy in the process, and this is the first time we've seen Cignal in the lead in that team fight. Beautiful Jikundo onto Arteezy. Rhea looking for an opportunity to get the Daytona's welcome onto Arteezy, but it's not available for him, and they will be backing off.
It's a weird day for Lord Steals. I think we've seen a Lord Steal in every game so far today. What a play there by Rhea as we go into the instant replay. Brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Get yours now for only $13,999. And look at this. Let's just watch this fight unfold. Look at that. 3 Arteezy stuck there. Top lane. Somehow Ben Sanity coming in from behind. I think it was a smart missile. I didn't see the retribution. Oh, the retribution popped up late for Chu. It was a smart missile, man, or I think one of the AoE damage coming out from the Jawhead with Unstoppable Force that helped him secure that Lord. And of course, beautiful follow-up here by Cignal Ultra.
It has been steals after steals, and because of that, Cignal Ultra finally have the momentum just in the snap of a finger. The entirety of the map is now all blue, and Cignal Ultra is just regaining their advantage in this game, getting that tier 1, they're getting that inhibitor turret down on the top lane, getting them just making use of the Lord pushing in the bottom lane. It's beautiful work from Cignal. They're known as comeback kings. Will we see that moniker come to life once again?
Well, for this game, it really has to. I can't imagine how heartbreaking it would be for Cignal Ultra after coming from another heartbreaking series loss, not being able to win yet, losing this game. Morale-wise, it's not be really good. And if Cignal finally want to win a series, securing this first game against Work could be the key. Although we did see earlier Cignal securing the first game against
Arteezy, that was very costly. That peak should not have happened, but that actually allowed Cignal to just use 3 of their ultimates.
Yeah, only 2 left now. 1 for Janus, 1 for Aqua Boy. Meanwhile, for the side of Work Auster Force, they have 4 out of 5. in the bag. But with the Lord spawning in 92 seconds, we're not going to be seeing a big fight yet, unless Bensanity forces the issue.
No, he gets the ejection on the Kosei, eyeing out Unravel, because they know for a fact that Unravel can really find openings in team fights. And Unravel, speaking of Unravel, pops the ultimate, will go to the backlines directly onto Aquaboy, but I think he's just paying the price for that as the G-Kundo and the way the Dragon connects. The Electro-Final Blow will be used up by 3 Martizi, but not really finding its mark. Unravel still low on HP. Cignal Ultra just pushing for the advantage. Gets a Daytona welcome onto Unravel, and that is an opening that Cignal Ultra wants. Going in for the chase here, Cignal Ultra wants to apply a lot of pressure on the mid lane now.
Oh, the red-eye flight of Unravel going around the world, not working out for Work Auster Force.
And 3 Martizi low on HP, does not want to get eliminated, but Kosei just sustaining a lot of damage in the backlines, taking down Rhea. Aquaboy, meanwhile, getting a little assassinated there. Getting an assassinated by Aquaboy as Chu takes down Bensanity as well in the process. This is a 1-for-3 trade in favor of Cignal Ultra, and Ray is still pretty much alive. Mpl-Ph as well, but it's no longer forced to flicker out. Dodges out. The sword spike, but it's not connecting. Aquaboy rejoining in on the fight. The fight is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. And 3 Martizi looks for an opening, but it's not just enough yet.
Wow, the sustain of the damage. Oh, Choosy. Oh, no, he's not gonna go after Aquaboy, but they have pressure meet here on Rhea. This could be an easy kill for Work Auster Force. I don't see Rhea getting out of this. He goes down, and now with the Lord spawn and with Rhea coming back in 45, but DJ in 21, Work Auster Force have their eyes set on this Lord.
Man, this Retribution has to count for Aquaboy if they want to secure this game for themselves. They don't want an additional amount of pressure here on the side of Work Auster Force, and Bensanity looking for another opportunity.
They want this again.
Not gonna happen again, bro. Stay back.
Blade of Despair already picked up there by Aquaboy. Could be big here for Cignal.
Could be really big. And Bensanity just eyeing this out. He knows that he can survive whatever Work Auster Force is gonna throw at them.
Minion waves up in the base of Work, though. Cignal Ultra, Work Auster Force, what are you gonna do?
Oh, 3 Martizi's backing up. Janus tries to stop this, and he has stopped it from happening. He's forcing the fight, forcing the issue. RT Cignal Ultra just eyeing out this Lord take for themselves. The HP of the base is actually down to half HP, and Work Auster Force just wants to make sure that they're still alive. And they managed to secure the Lord for themselves. That was close as it can get for Cignal Ultra.
Insanity! Oh man! Cignal Ultra, good attempt, but we've seen here the effect of the adjustment of the minion wave damage onto the base. That came into effect in our latest patch where we brought in Glue. Of course, we haven't seen Glue yet, but that was a big addition to the patch. We saw there, and that's what happened for Cignal.
And that was a big attempt by Chu to really go for a potential burst down onto Rhea and Janus, but I don't think that was the wisest call. I mean, yeah, they get the turret off of that, but if he gets caught, things would be on the side here for Work Auster Force. But regardless, Siege is now coming up here for Work Auster Force on all the lanes. Cignal Ultra just getting a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, not having Aquaboy here for another 15 is really going to hurt Cignal Ultra. Work Auster Force could go for 2 inhibitor turrets broken.
Yeah, that's so one and down. Mid lane has to go down next. Real world manipulation to zone out the Work Auster Force lineup and potentially burst out the Lord as well.
They only got to go for 1. That minion wave in mid was way too far for Work to work with, no pun intended. But now we've seen here the momentum shifting moments always happen with Lord takes. Of course, earlier Bensanity with his steal, and then Work Auster Force with their secure of the Lord. It's good to see Work Auster Force like recognizing the adjustment to the patch and not panicking, try to go right away. They committed to that play. They kept going. If they gave up that Lord, Cignal Ultra would have been able to take it. But then Work Auster Force going, guys, it was adjusted. Minion waves don't do that much damage on the base anymore. We can let it be. They were able to commit long enough, and 3 Martizi eventually was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back and try to clear this up. But then they secured the Lord as well. So great plays from both of these two teams that we're seeing, and Cignal Ultra really not giving up without a fight, really hungry for that first series win in the MPL Season 7. But yeah, after that Lord take, we saw Lord steal rather, we saw the potential of Cignal Ultra to make this a game. like a really strong game. But now we're reaching the point where their lineup is starting to fall off a bit. Their main source of damage now, yes, Roger does a lot of damage, but because of the tools that Work Auster Force has, if Aquaboy and the rest of Cignal Ultra can't burst down RTZ fast enough on that Kagura, no dice, man. That Umbrella's gonna hurt.
But I'm gonna ask you something that's outside from the game at this point. Cignal, we all know what Cignal's predicament is right now. They are very low in the scores here in their group at the very least, and they did just come up with a loss that could have been a win for them earlier on versus Onyx. What's the mindset now? What do you think is the mindset here for themselves?
Well, what I like that Manjin brought up is, you know, the little pun that they made with their posts on social media where chair up, and then they showed a chair, like it was an actual chair. Yeah, never explain puns, guys. Anyways, Cignal Ultra, these men here, they're professionals. A lot of them have been here for not just like since season 6, maybe even beforehand. They've been playing Mobile Legends professionally for a really long time, even outside of the MPL. So you cannot deny that the frustration is there. But based on what we've seen from Cignal Ultra all throughout, especially in the series where they were able to take games, the discipline, the belief that they can come back and win a game has always shown up, and we've seen that so far this game.
Yeah, it's the comeback kings. This is a different lineup than what we're used to during season 2, but the comeback kings possibility is still real. But this fight may just be the comeback that Cignal wants, but Unravel does not want any comebacks to happen. Tries to go for the ultimate, and RTZ takes down Vinsanity. Unravel didn't actually find any good pickoffs there with the ultimate. That's more than enough. They secure the kill onto Vinsanity. That's one playmaker out on the side of Cignal Ultra.
Yeah, and that's a problem with the progression of the jaw-head tag. It just cannot take that much damage here. Rhea has to help out, but then again, so much damage coming from Rick. Look at that flame shot.
That flame shot just single-handedly brought Aquaboy down to 1/8 of his HP.
Hurts. And now, Cignal Ultra, it's going to be a very, very tough climb for them here. Not impossible, but then we're starting to see here, yes, with Rhea, they get a little bit more sustain, but it just feels like every time that damage is lacking. And Work Auster Force, because they have the Kagura on their side, because they have the Benedetta, and of course Unravel sustaining them, it looks like they have much more damage. It's not that far ahead, but because they can sustain themselves longer in a fight, it just feels like it does.
Yeah, and it's looking like a Mount Pulag versus a Mount Everest type of fight here for Cignal Ultra. They're trying to climb the mountains that needs to be climbed up in order to gain their confidence back, in order to gain that, hey, I've conquered this mountain. They're eyeing out Mount Everest at this point. They know for a fact how crucial these matches are. They are professionals. They can reset their mindset going into this. But the way the work has been showing up in this matchup and not allowing allowed Cignal to really get a grasp of that small victory over that Lord take earlier on. It's not mounting up to anything for Cignal because work just making Cignal work.
Yeah, and the understanding here of Kosei to stop this top lane wave, that could be one of the big turnaround plays here for Cignal Ultra if Work let that be. But Work are just having all grounds covered right now. All lanes are covered, making sure that they still have a consistent stream of minion waves pushing in. So Work Auster Force are doing what Cignal Ultra doesn't want them to do, which is handle the map well. But I won't be surprised if Janus decides to continue committing to this, and Work Auster Force might get surprised if Cignal Ultra decide to disrupt this Lord take.
This Lord is low. It's crucial for Cignal Ultra to secure this. Once again, the second Lord secured by Cignal Ultra in this game. The real world manipulation from Mpl-Ph is not actually enough. Rhea is the only one to fall down here. The immortality will be popped as well.
Just to get out.
There's no chance for him to get out. And that's 2 members down for a minute. That's a hot minute though.
Yeah, this Lord take won't amount to too much here. Work Auster Force still has a lot of pressure in the other parts of the lanes here, but Cignal Ultra Aquaboy giving Cignal a little bit more time to try and still win this game. What's with all the Lord takes today? Seriously.
Cignal Ultra recognizes how important the Lord is, and because of how important the Lord is, they just take the Lord away from the hands of their opponents. What we are like? We're like 5 Lord Steals.
Yeah, I think we're in their 5th Lord Steal of the day. What the heck is going on? Welcome to the MPL, guys.
Welcome to the MPL, where the meta is now just stealing lords, not securing the lords for yourselves, but let the other team leash the lord for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the meta.
Yeah. You guys leash, we're just gonna come in and steal. Thanks for the assist.
Not even steal, it's a secure it for ourselves.
Yeah, secure it. It's a gentleman's agreement. Please hold on. Thank you. It's ours now.
Hold on, sir. We'll have a good time here. We'll allow you to take this lord away from us. Thank you very much. But regardless, that was still a beautiful Lord Seal from Cignal Ultra. Clutch Lord Seals, for that matter.
And now it's going to be a reset. Both two teams are just going to try to... It's going to end up like what we were before that Lord take. Cignal Ultra trying to clear waves. We're trying to add more pressure. What Cignal has to be really careful of here is, of course, Unravel. Unravel has been aggressive, to say the least, with his uses of the Circling Eagle. And if Cignal Ultra get caught in a tough spot where, okay, we're gonna try to bait Unravel, but then because they're all trying to go back, Unravel just gets like a 3-man quick knockback with the ultimate. That's something Work can turn the game around with. So Cignal, if they see Unravel going for the Circling Eagle, it's gonna be a really quick, snappy call. What do? Do we go back? Do we try to bait Unravel and the rest of Work trying to dive into way too deep and they get caught off guard? But we also need to watch our spacing. If we're all clumped up together, that's going to be a big opening for Work to just burst down Cignal. That's what's going on now in the minds of Cignal Ultra.
Work Auster Force just applying a lot of pressure here. They know they have the cards. They know the ball is in their court, and if they drop the ball, it's all said and done. Because if they get 3 members down, or at least 2 members down, let's have Work Auster Force, that could be enough to even end the game.
Yeah. Timing here for Mpl-Ph through real-world manipulation is going to be very important as well because of the ever-looming threat of the abilities of Work Auster Force. They have a lot of dive capabilities here. So Mpl-Ph might actually wait for... He'll pop off the real-world manipulation delayed. He's going to wait a long time, make Work Auster Force feel like they're safe in that fight. Oh, we're leading here. Then one big real-world manipulation just in time, just when Work Auster Force doesn't have the tools to damage him, burst him down because they've already committed it, trying to get to Ben Sanity, Janus, Aquaboy, or Rhea. That could be a big turnaround for Cignal Ultra as well.
Speaking of a turnaround here, this may just be the turnaround not being secured because Janus is not having a good time against Kosei. This matchup, historically, the Esmeralda Cho matchup historically doesn't end well for the Cho, and Kosei is just taking advantage of that fact. And 3 Martisi as well at the same time, just creating a lot of space for the team as well. This is what he was known to be good at, especially during their match against Blacklist, against their match against Onyx. He was able to create a lot of space, allowing them to secure that 1 game off of those teams respectively.
And now, yeah, it's really just going to be a slow burn here. Over 3 Martisi!
Oh, he's safe. He's good.
He's fine.
It's fine, guys. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't panic. The Rhea is looking for a chase? He's overextending.
Yeah. But then he's a really tanky parrot, so he should be fine here. He's really just making sure that the wave gets caught as far from lane as possible. So it's a good call here by Cignal.
Oh, bottom lane. Oh, no.
That's a bad one.
80 seconds. Janus is out. Lord will be started off by Work Auster Force here. And we're seeing the collapse of Cignal Ultra towards the top lane, frantically trying to get a good position on this Lord. Because if this Lord goes to the side of Work Auster Force, it's a GG.
If Cignal steals this again, I'm sorry to everyone wearing a headset. It's going to be really bad for your ears. No, we'll try our best not to break your ears, but it's going to be crazy. But with how
Falling Star
handling this, man.
Onto Mpl-Ph, ejection onto 3 Martisi. 3 Martisi might fall down. Lord is being taken care of here. We can't get an HP check on the Lord just yet, but Kosei does not need an HP check. And that's a Lord secured by Work Auster Force, but that's Kosei down. Slight opening here, but Aquaboy in the back. 3 Martisi in the back lines. Take down Aquaboy. This is it. This is GG.
Yeah, that's over. What a play there by Work Auster Force. That aggressive box out by Work. Cignal, though, it wasn't a bad call by them to actually just try to get those kills, because if they got those punished, and Work Auster Force doing their best here. I think they'll be able to end it soon enough. But Cignal Ultra are holding on.
Yeah, they're holding on by a thread here at this point.
They're still going.
They're still going. They're still fighting. The HPs are low here for Work Auster Force. It's still alive. The Lord is marching out on their base though. The HPs are low for Work Auster Force.
that's over.
And they're wrapping it up where Auster 4 secures game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
Wow. Cignal Ultra